Okay, today we're going to make homemade lasagna. I am going to make a red sauce out of these ingredients here, including seasoning. And I am going to make a cheese sauce out of these ingredients here, also seasoning. I am going to brown my ground beef and season that as well. First step is I'm going to get the noodles and the water for the noodles started boiling so I can get the noodles in there and cooked full. Second step is to get some butter in this pan and start browning the ground beef and adding seasoning to that ground beef. Then I'm going to build my cheese sauce, and I'm going to build in another pan my tomato sauce. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit complicated, but it's really easy once you set it into steps. The first one is to get the water boiling so the noodles can get to the proper tenderness, but not perfectly tender, so I can also throw the entire dish in the oven and finish everything off. Ground the beef second, start building my red sauce third, and cheese sauce will be last because it takes the most attention. My seasonings that will go in various parts of this dish. And this one is only for the cheese sauce. Okay, my sauce is already seasoned and brought to a boil and then brought back down to low so it's fully cooked while being stirred several times. I did add oil and a pinch of salt to my noodles, brought them to a roiling boil, kept them going to the tenderness that I like. I have cut the heat off on that now. This whole thing took me about maybe 10 minutes. My beef is browned. I did add seasonings to the beef while it was in there, including meat tenderizer, and had to drain off excess fat rendering, or grease as you would call it, 3 times, and now it's off sitting on the back burner. And now I'm going to pay full attention. I'm going to pay my full attention to the cheese sauce because this is more delicate than anything else that I've done. I have to continuously stir it. I've got to add my seasonings, and I got to make sure everything breaks down without burning it or leaving anything on the bottom of the pan, which will give it a funky taste. The cheese sauce only takes a few minutes on a rather medium heat, but you have to constantly stir it and babysit it the entire time. So I got that done while everything else was cooling down. Now I can start adding my ingredients to my glass pan and get them in the oven. Okay, my noodles are drained and strained. My red sauce is complete and ready to go. My cheese sauce is ready, and my ground beef is ready, also as seasoned. I've got to do layers of noodles, ground beef, red sauce, cheese sauce, all the way up to the top, probably 3-4 layers, and then I'm going to put a sprinkle of regular shredded cheese on top just to top it off. And this is what each layer is going to look like. Noodles, meat, sauce, and cheese sauce. And then all the excess meat, cheese, and sauce goes on the top layer. Now I'm going to cover it with cheese, shredded cheese. It is going back in the oven, but I take this time to clean all my pans. Give them a good thorough rinse while they're still hot so it's easy to wash. My layer of shredded cheese to cover the top is on, and it is going in the oven at 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, and the final product of my lasagna is done, and anyone who's ever spent a lot of time in the kitchen will tell you it all comes down to the prep work. So everything was laid out, and all my stages were ready before I even started so that I could roll right through it and bring the perfect combination together.